Hey, good morning, guys. What's going on? I think I just had like a little revelation about people and like their egos and stuff, and I don't know. It's just I was just thinking about this, like you know, so like people will kind of like people. I think people when they get there, they might like position themselves above you or something, right? They think that they're cooler than you, or they're like or they look down on you or something. They think you're a loser, whatever. You got a job that's they look down on. You don't make much money or something, or you're short or something, or they're taller than you or whatever it is, and so like they kind of like they think that like you should be like bowing down to them or something, that it's some kind of weird, their ego kind of like, they don't expect it like when you don't like them, like when you're like, no, that person's like an asshole or whatever, he's treats me like they want to like come into your energy, and like they don't understand it, they like, because they already perceive it that they're like cooler than you or something, and so it's like their ego can't handle when you like when you don't want to fuck with them, like that's it. Yeah, I noticed that like a lot. It's like people that really like they really, because they already like they think that they're better than you or something, and so it's like, but and so they think oh, whatever, he's the nerd, he's gonna like want to try to be cool or something, and like want my approval or validation or something, right? And when I don't give them that, when I'm like try to avoid them, and like I don't I see past, like I don't like stroke their ego or anything. I don't like think that they're cool like the other people try to like stroke their egos or try or right, it's some kind of thing where I'm not validating their ego. And so it like it's just crazy, like I feel like those are the people that get that are like they can't handle it or something, like they have to like some like they really get their feelings hurt when somebody that they think that they're better than doesn't want to fuck with them, like it's like it fucks with their brain, because they're already like, wait, what, I'm cooler than, I'm better than you or whatever, I should be, you shouldn't be like think that you're better than me or something, like I shouldn't be rejecting them, So it's just, this is just something that I noticed, like people are but I'm like I don't see things that way. I'm not thinking about hierarchy or this person, I'm trying to be in with the cool popular people or something, right? Like I think about if people are friendly and respectful, and no matter how much money they make or what, like I'm not seeing it, in the way that I think that a lot of people are seeing it. And so, but they don't understand that, so they're like, wait a second, like what, that's, it's not the response that they like expect or something from me. And so they try to like they try their best to like make sure that they're known. So but I'm like, I don't even want to fuck with them and stuff, and it really like bothers them, it's like like I rejected, they didn't expect someone like me to like reject them, like they think I should be bowing down to them and stroking their ego and like wanting to be friends with them or something, right? Like so yeah, do you guys think about this stuff? This is very like interesting. I've noticed these kind of things that they try to they try to like downplay you and reject you or something, to try to, but it's like, okay, you're just an ass, like I don't, we could, I'm not trying, why are we playing these games of like who's better, who who should be bowing down, and what's the word, pandering to the other person, and they want it, they are, because they envision it in their mind as a certain way, they already are putting themselves that like they're better than you or something, but that's in their brain, like they expect me to follow that, right? They're positioning themselves above me, and then when I don't follow that, it drives them crazy. But like there's no, like, who says that I have to follow that? That's like just because they perceive it that way. They perceive that like they, you know, that they're more attractive, or they're, you know, better, like they, you know, I should be trying to, you know, learn from them or something. Like they're positioning themselves, you know, as the one that's like, you know, that, you know, that I shouldn't be. It drives them crazy when I'm like, don't, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I try to avoid that. You know, the guy's weird. You know, they don't want, like, for a guy like me, they really bothers them, you know, because they already see themselves as like so much better. And so it's like, to be you know, they could probably handle it if someone they think is cooler than them rejects them. But if somebody that they think is like more of a nerd and not as cool, or like less than or lower than them, you know, in some kind of hierarchy, if that person doesn't do that, like it messes with their head. So yeah, deep thoughts for the morning. You guys have a good day.